Okay, hello. Like Anya said, I'm Josh. A lot of familiar faces out there. Thanks for coming, guys. I have 3 poems for you about love and subterraneans and doing things for other people. The first one is called Love Verses. Yeah, the ones on subterraneans, pieces of trees and dirt talking right beneath our feet. Verses on rock and tits, woodcock, ball and chain on green faces. Verses on paper, written in stone and bound with the vellum of a fly's wings. Oh, love, how I verse at your backwards way of saying it to me. Verses on rain, the water shaping every small hole in the ground, softly singing verses of sky to puddle in my ears. Oh, the love, verses on mud, verses on skin, skin versus dirt, dirt on skin, verses on same versus different, names versus people, verses on people, hating on love, hating on him and I, her, she, girl, boy, he, hating, living in between, outside. Verses on eyes, slanted just south of shame and east of glory, holes telescoping inward now. Love and verses of holy flesh, dance in mud, hugging itself, love in the verse of its own lips, the curve of earth's hips, love, the first leaf turned over, verse of believing, it's there, the vista beneath it all. This next one is a little bit of a throwback. Some of you might have heard it before. It's called Terra Incognita. I've learned a lot this year about art, again, and how to make it, sell your soul along with, pawn your brain for peanuts, and lend your eyes to them who have none, but keep those feelings to yourself. And the art, it is the only thing left at the end of the day, and they want to make it all about them when you're in school, and it's all about jumping through hoops and filtering your feelings in Dead River Pan until it is so far from that first burst of light inside of chest deep, the void of space, like Pluto freezing on the edges of the sun's last rays, or first rays if we're getting scientific about it. I could talk about the words I learned that year all day. Hell, I'd talk your ear off, but just now I read a poem I wrote out in the island, the airland. I read the poem, a manifesto of the rocks, and I cried because I don't feel like I did then. Now, the other day, I read a poem about lonely that I did not write. And it was about the loneliest being in the universe, and it turned out to be this faraway rover of lands and planets beeping around up there alone and shooting small lasers into the ground and coughing slightly. And finding diadems in the sand and loving them like old friends, and sometimes I still feel like that. Sometimes it's still like trying to harpoon small angels to a tall fence, getting my thoughts down. Sometimes I still prefer to let them hang from the clouds dipped in plaster to show I've been here, my mark made like we always done. Me say, been here, done that, 'cause finders always have been keepers, am I right? Yes. No, but really, it is not far off, and still, by my strange displacement of these subterraneans, these pieces of trees and dirt, moved from outside into my room, from outside to fluorescent lights, is me exerting some kind of authority. And the judges agree at their table in the sky that I know not what I do, and I nod my head and say, don't we all, ain't it truth, and what's the use? Remember the thesis, like how could I forget all that work, the so what's and the whys and the what now, what are you doing now? I got a job laying bricks, I went to school for art, yeah. Here is still my thesis. I still want to fuck the trees and rocks and land all with my hands, and I still want to play God and discover the nature of the world around me, the wind and rain and force all around me, gravity, pressure, heat becoming stone, me slowly becoming stone, the layers of time, the pages of one hard, crusty, huge book beneath our feet, full of all the truth in the world, and the pages won't lie when it comes time for us to meet the judges of our history, whether it be the creator himself or herself, itself, self, going back back through the story, having left bookmarks all over, finding what, where went wrong, how us gone, and now, here and now, me a year out, 2 years out from this graduation thing, and still having this practice, this compulsive act of making something out of nothing, and the want of it all, not even wanting money or fame, but wanting to be proud of my hands, the want to feel a part of this earth, this sphere of glittering stardust floating along to help it somehow. I just want to know what the matter is, and with us, and have we always been, and will it always be? Want to know what the bark says to the bark, and what the bark says to the tree, the bark says to the forest, bark say to me, the stories I could tell about making stuff out of naught, making the world out of dirt, just real hard dirt, and poking the dirt into life and making mud sit up, just pink, hairy mud, like wet, warm dirt, soft from all those feelings inside, and rubbing up to other mud, and us rubbing the dirt, calling the mud flesh, the dirt stone, the life nature, all one stuff, all something out of none. Just watch how my skin cracks and how my skin folds and cracks, bending and folding away from itself, but slowly. Now watch the way your skin, mud skin, warm and soft, gets leather set from feels of all those years, pressing and creasing your story into stone, soft stone, beautiful dirt, sacred golden mud, all of us. And I see that we really are all made of the same thing, shaped by the same anxieties, forces of weather and time for all time. Oh, when I look at the trees and the rocks, and look at my hands, I feel the vistas of my mind unfold, and I feel small. And it's good, I think. We all do, deep down.
Yeah. Please come in. Either make it or you don't. Oh wow, it's like a absorbing my lungs.
That's my dad. What the hell?
Okay.
Queen breeze in the house though. She's chilling. Everybody's good. Inside the story, it was good.
We good. All right, this last one is a more recent poem. I just finished it about a month ago, and it's dedicated to all of you guys.
Thank you.
And it's called Dear Jenny. Here we are. It is 2016, and I don't know what to think. Jenny, look around. Things are really heating up, aren't they? And you are so pretty, standing there like it'll all be okay, and I don't know if you're naive or faking, but either way, Jenny, it's hard some days, chasing those angels around, and there are never enough angels. There's never enough time, Jenny, until there's too much, and I end up staring at the wall for hours, at this shallow window in my hand again, the glass telling me we are basically together, like in the same room, but you won't text me back, and I know you saw the message. I'm right here. It is a trap, Jenny. I'm lonely and afraid to admit it, but I suspect you are lonely too. And how about the way we've been made to think? The soles of all our feet are hard. My soul is not hard, Jenny. I walk on coals of boredom. I am sick of these blisters, and you are hiding something now. I can tell by the way you go around slamming doors like hollow eyes. Jenny, open your naked eyes. See naked me like naked you, broken and strong. Jenny, you are strong for letting that ragged chip fall from your sagging shoulder. Mom and Dad, they always said you had an attitude, a selfish aversion to yourself, and the call comes from inside saying there is more to this figure-8 fate than making them proud. Look what you can do when given the right tools, born in right place, right face, right time, right wing thinking, bring you up right, and some things ring true. Tell no lie and don't waste food, but draw the line when you feel small at this new job. in this same place. The steady income and commute driving you insane. Hours a day in the car, stop, go, accelerate, brake, pay attention, stay awake, wear your seatbelt, 'cause the worst first world fate would be to die in a tired car on the way to a job that you hate deep, not feeling proud about how you spend the time, Jenny, all your time making money for someone else to pay to live and try to find the gold coin hiding in a river of shit. Jenny, I know we had it good. We never had to walk 10 miles to school in the cold up infinite hills, and still there is a guilt that I can't shake of spilling milk given to you for free. And worse, it was on purpose, saying, I deny milk, I deny love. See, they gave it out of love. How security equals love, and the milk is not always milk. Mostly it is money, and the fresh bed with the clean sheets, and the sturdy roof over yon expanding head, and the grocery store food in your full belly, and the good school where they taught us about God. Jenny, who is God? You were a sponge of golden juices listening to me there, and I swear I saw him or her. It was hard to tell. It was so bright. Jenny, it shined like you. Jenny, you are the sun, glinting through a piece of glass. Jenny, you are the crack in the sidewalk, stepped on, stepped over. Jenny, you are the broken back of bricklayer. You, the leather on my fingertip. Jenny, you make shoes, you make shirts, you make dollars and not enough. Jenny, you break dreams. You have so many dreams and nowhere to sleep. Jenny, you smell like meat and plastic. And sometimes I can't even look at those two small almond-shaped holes that are always looking down now. They once were globes in a field of iridescent sand, and where has my compass gone? All these faces are too much for me now, Jenny. Open your naked eye. See me here. See me now. See me living in your shadow. I don't mind, but how about you look back once in a while? Jenny, would that be so hard? That's it. Thanks, guys, for listening.
Josh, one more time.